Hey everyone, Daryl here again. So I had a real interesting week and I'm here to give you my week 3 update for my Getting Shredded fitness journey. So I started off like I always do Mondays, and I started off with squats. If you remember last week I did 35 squats with 20 pounds on each arm, so a total of 40 pounds. And this week I was able to do 40 squats. So I increased my reps, which I'm really happy about. So after doing my squats, I then modified and took 20 pounds off and moved to goblet squats. And I was able to do about 40 goblet squats. And so that was really good. Something I did a little bit differently this time is when I moved to air squats, instead of doing them slowly like I did previously, this time I did them much faster.
Try to do these fast. Oh, it's not very fast. 2, 3, 4.
And so I think effectively what I did is did more reps, number one, but I think I effectively increased the time under tension. And so as I was doing the squats, I felt a really, really serious burn in my legs and also in my glutes, which is what I really wanted to target. So I felt great about that. After doing the air squats, I then moved to my Dream Butt machine, and I tried to stay in a lower squat, really working those glutes. And after the workout, I felt really good. I felt like I had really targeted both the legs and the glutes. And the following couple of days, probably 3 or 4 days afterwards, I was really sore in my hamstrings and my quads, and also more importantly in the glute. And so, yeah, I think I did a really good job. And so I'm going to keep that routine for the next couple of weeks and see how it goes. And yeah, hopefully that pays some dividends. So I did a video last week that kind of discussed my CIDP condition and the treatments that I get every 3 weeks. Usually I do my strength workout after lunch just to give myself some nutrition. But because I had my infusion scheduled on Monday morning, I did my squats first thing in the morning and then had my infusion. My infusion usually takes 4 to 5 hours, and I always feel like crap right afterwards. And I always feel really weak and crappy the next day. And so basically Monday and Tuesday, I didn't do any yoga or I didn't do any cardio. So Wednesday is usually push-up day. We were traveling to Yellowstone for a camping vacation. So I did my push-ups on Friday. The last week I did 51 push-ups, and the Yellowstone week is what I'm calling it. I did 52 push-ups. So I was pretty happy about that. I was pretty tired. We stayed really active. I found, if you remember from the modifications, I went from a regular push-up to a really wide push-up to better target the chest. And the other thing I did was change the angle last week. So I found a platform to change the angle to make it a little bit easier. And so I walked around the campsite. I found a couple of tree stumps that I used for modifications, as well as a picnic table. And so yeah, you'll see that. It was a lot of fun. And it was pretty cool working out at Yellowstone. So I felt really sore once again the next couple of days, and so I was pretty happy with that chest workout, and so I'm going to continue to do that chest workout the same way. So Yellowstone week, yeah, I didn't do any cardio or any yoga. I suppose I could have done something, but we were so busy every day. We did a lot of hiking, and so I was already pretty exhausted, so I didn't think I needed to add anything. The intermittent fasting diet was a bust. On vacations, I kind of follow my wife's schedule, so we had like eggs in the morning. Afternoon, we had peanut butter and honey sandwiches and fruit, so that wasn't great. And dinners were primarily vegan hamburgers and one day and nachos the next day. So yeah, the diet wasn't great. So my plan for Yellowstone was to find a way to modify the pull-ups, and so I did some research and was figuring out ways to try to, work the back during vacation. But the previous week, I failed so badly on the pull-ups, and my arms are still, aren't feeling great. My elbows are kind of sore. you know, just from holding the amount of weight for such a long time. I'm not sure how great this is going for me, but nevertheless, I decided to give myself a week break. I did purchase a pull-up assist band, and I got that, and I'm going to be using that for the workouts coming up. So once I reach exhaustion on my initial pull-ups, I will use the band then to try to complete some additional pull-ups without so much weight on my arms. And as I'm hanging there and doing modifications, I'll also use that pull-up assist. Hopefully that will do two things. Number one, it'll better tax that upper back that I'm trying to really tax on those pull-ups, and less of the arms. And maybe it'll put also a lot of less increased tension on my joints and hopefully make them feel a little bit better. So that's the plan for pull-ups in the future. So one interesting thing is when I got back from vacation, I weighed myself. All right, so this is end of week 3. I was just at Yellowstone and I didn't eat great. Not feeling very good about this weigh-in. I weighed 163 initially, weighed 164 at the end of the second week. So we'll see what this weight says. And we actually lost weight. So 161.4 and 18.6. My goal on this diet is really not to lose weight. It's to get shredded, basically to get lean and stronger. I really don't want to lose that much weight. I didn't eat very well. I mean, I ate a lot, but I did stay really active, and so maybe that had something to do with it. And my diet changed quite a bit. Sometimes when you change your diet, your body is just trying to figure out what's going on, so maybe that happened too. Not sure, but I'll take it, and we'll move on and we'll see what happens next week with my weight. But once again, my goal is really to get leaner and stronger, and that's two things that sometimes don't go with each other, but that's my goal. Overall, I'm still feeling motivated. I'm happy with my strength gains on my push-ups and squats. I think I'm doing a pretty good job with those. If you remember, my baseline on my push-ups was a little higher than I thought it was going to be, so I've continued to increase those, and so I'm pretty happy with that. My joints do feel a little bit sore, my elbows. I think that's more from the pull-ups and not for the push-ups. We'll see. But I'm doing pretty good on my squats as well. I'm hanging in there. My legs are sometimes a little bit tired and a little bit sore. But I want my legs to be sore. I really want those muscles to be taxed and for me to try to rebuild some of that muscle. Next week is my 4th week. And so if you remember, I was going to do monthly updates and look at my measurements. So I'm going to re-measure my body and see if we've got any body composition changes. So it might be a little too early to expect any sort of serious, changes in my body, but we're going to do it anyway, and we'll report on it and see what we get. So I'm excited to bring that to you next week. I don't think you heard that, but my stomach is growling, so it gets real hungry every morning. And it's not quite time to eat yet. I think it's around 10 in the morning, so I've got about an hour and a half left to go. Anyway, I hope everybody out there is staying motivated. I thank you for watching my fitness journey here. My goal is to try to motivate others. If I can do it, anybody can do it. And so I hope to see everybody next week. So stay motivated, stay challenged, keep up the good fight. All right, talk to you next week. Bye.